In present-day demon society, the Desecrate Demon King Academy trains young demons descended from the Demon King's bloodline, waiting for the Demon King to reincarnate. Two new students, Anos Voldigoad and Misha Necron, are bullied by Zepos Indu, an arrogant royal. Anos, who is secretly the reincarnated Demon King, easily humiliates him by repeatedly killing and resurrecting Zepos until he surrenders. Anos invites Misha to his home, where it is explained by Anos' parents that he used his magic to rapidly age. Anos is accosted by Zepos and his brother, Leorig, who explains that nobles and royals ensure their supremacy by secretly murdering any hybrids born with powerful magic. Leorig then murders Zepos for humiliating the family. However, Anos is unaffected by Leorig's magic, explaining that as their founding ancestor, he is the origin of their magic. He then defeats Leorig by summoning Zepos as a vengeful zombie. Victorious, Anos fully resurrects Zepos and Leorig and decides he will regain his throne as Demon King. The next day, Anos receives his student crest, which identifies him as the most powerful new student, but also a total misfit. 2,000 years ago, Anos, tired of war, made a deal with the human hero Canon to sacrifice his life to separate the demon, human, spirit, and god realms for 1,000 years so peace could flourish. In the present, Anos learns that he was deemed a misfit because the history of the Demon King has been grossly misinterpreted. He proves his intelligence by correcting the spell of his teacher, Amelia Ludwell, doubling its power. He then proves his power by overwhelming Sasha Necron, Misha's arrogant sister, with her own spell. In the team exam, Sasha challenges Anos to a duel. If Sasha loses, she will join Anos' team, but if Anos loses, he will become her slave. Anos easily wins by using his immense physical strength and overwhelming magic. After Sasha unwillingly agrees to join his team, Anos reveals that he went easy on her because Misha loves Sasha and wanted to be on the same team as her. Plus, he thinks Sasha's demon eyes are beautiful. After introducing Sasha to his parents, who are shocked that he brought two girls home, Sasha secretly thanks Anos for helping her reconcile her difficult relationship with Misha and kisses him. Ivus Necron, one of the 7 Elder Demon Emperors Anos created from his blood, now runs the academy as the 7 Deans. Anos realizes Ivus does not remember him, so he attempts to send Ivus back in time to revive his memories. However, Ivus decides to remain neutral. For the next Academy Challenge, students are told to collect magic items from a castle, which is actually Anos' home from 2,000 years ago. He decides to collect a scepter at the lowest level. After collecting the scepter, he allows Misha to take one of his personal items, the Phoenix Robe, for Sasha's birthday to enhance her flame magic. However, Sasha stabs Misha and claims she was never their ally, but was waiting for a chance to betray them. Anos claims she is lying since her demonic eyes should have activated under intense emotion, but they did not. Sasha flees with the robe and scepter, claiming she hates Misha. Misha admits to Anos that she will disappear the moment she and Sasha turn 15, and the person he thinks of as Misha does not actually exist. When Sasha was a fetus, Eva split her into 2 babies, and when they turned 15, they would fuse into a single more powerful demon. Anos catches up with Sasha, who reveals she actually wants to save Misha. Anos reveals that if he sends them back in time, they can fuse with their unborn fetuses, so they'll be born as true twin sisters. Anos is then stabbed by Ivus. Anos activates the time spell only to be blocked by Hugo Laraviez, the guardian god of time. Fusing himself with Ivus, he seemingly kills Anos. However, Anos reappears unharmed. He sends Sasha and Misha to fuse with their unborn selves. He then destroys Ivus. After resurrecting Ivus, Anos returns all his unaltered memories, revealing that Ivus only betrayed him because his memories had been altered by someone working for Alvos de Helvia. Sasha and Misha return, now as true sisters. Despite having saved Misha and altering the past, Anos nonchalantly decides to return his scepter to get a perfect score for the Academy Challenge. He also gives Misha a ring from his collection to enhance her magic, along with the Phoenix Robe he gave to Sasha. In the past, a swordsman, Shin Regalia, won a great victory for Anos and was granted the ability to reincarnate. In the present, Amelia announces that a royal student famous for his sword skills is transferring into the academy. Misa Ilorigo informs Anos that she is a Unitarian. Anos is intrigued to learn that Melhis Boran, another Elder Demon Emperor, is a Unitarian. Anos learns that Misha's royal father has not spoken to her in years. Anos decides to let Misha and her Unitarian classmates join his team if they prove themselves. The academy begins magic sword lessons where Anos and the transfer student, Lei Glanzadil, are the only ones strong enough to wield magic swords. Lei asks to join Anos' team, disregarding his own royal status. Anos refuses and tells Lei and Misa to challenge him in the next team exam duel. Misha and Sasha defeat Misa and the Unitarians. Anos holds his own against Lei using just the tree branch, while Lei starts to remember having dueled Anos before. Anos finally claims victory and suspects Lei is the reincarnation of someone from his former life. Lei promises to defeat Anos in their next duel. After the duel, Anos invites Lei and Misa to his home, along with Sasha and Misha for dinner. There, he welcomes Lei and Misa to his team, while his parents enthusiastically celebrate his victory. At school, Amelia announces that 2 students have been chosen as competitors in the Magic Sword Tournament, Lei and Anos. Anos suspects some kind of ulterior motive. Later, Anos meets with Melhis Boran, one of the 7 Elder Demon Emperors, who claims that he believes that his memories were erased at some point. He is confident that Anos is the Demon King of Tyranny. To show his gratitude to Misha, Anos takes her on an outing. During the outing, Ibis, using the disguise of a cafe cat, tells Anos that someone above Melhis is actually in control of the Unitarians. On the day of the tournament, Ibis tells Anos some more information that he has uncovered. As such, Anos decides not to participate. However, after he realizes how much his parents believe in him, Anos changes his mind and takes on the previous tournament winner, Krut Loduel. Anos easily defeats Krut, which angers Amelia. This is followed by Lei winning his match. Backstage, Anos and Lei confront each other and Anos notices something is wrong. After he wins his next match, Anos gives his mother his sword. He and Misa then head to the hospital. There, they meet Lei's adoptive mother, Sheila, who has spirit disease. She reveals that Lei is being controlled by the Royalists. Afterward, Misa volunteers to help her. Meanwhile, Amelia attacks Anos' mother and the Unitarian classmates when they refuse to give her the sword. When Anos arrives, he freezes Amelia and then heals all the girls and his mother. He angrily teleports Amelia to the arena, where he stabs her with a sword before killing her. Back at the hospital, Lei stops Misa to protect her life force. He then has a conversation with Sheila where she tells him to live his life the way he wants to. Lei leaves before Anos can return. The next day, Anos and Lei face each other in the finals. Before the duel commences, special rules are implemented that impact both Lei and Sheila. Lei praises Anos for his ability to fight despite his magic being drained. However, he decides to fight on his own terms, which allows them to go all out. Ultimately, Anos is victorious. It is then revealed that Melhis was the mastermind behind the tournament. Anos is challenged by Melhis, Gaios Anzim, and Idol Enzio. However, Lei takes out Gaios and Idol. When confronted, Melhis reveals that he has Sheila, which causes Lei to leave the dimensional prison to save her. A confident Melhis heads to an absolute space where he attacks Anos and Lei. Sheila becomes a sword which Lei uses to slash the absolute space. Anos then confronts a stunned Melhis where he frees him from his brainwashing. Returning to the arena, Anos is declared the winner of the tournament. After healing Lei, Anos resurrects Sheila, revealing her true form was a sword. Afterwards, Sasha gives Anos a sword as a commemorative gift. In the past, Anos told Canon that he wanted to end the war. However, he was forced to injure Jurga during a confrontation. In the present, the students are told they will have inter-academy classes in the human realm. Anos, Misha, Sasha, Lei, and Misa have a training match during study hall. Later that day, Anos has a conversation with Melhis. Afterwards, he gives Lei a sword that belonged to someone he knew. 3 weeks later, the students head to Garadite for inter-academy classes. Anos teleports everyone to the city. He and Sasha then head to the Hero Academy in Arklanska. There they meet Eleanor Bianca, a third-year student. She escorts them inside the academy. When Sasha calls out the inaccuracy of Canon's victory over the Demon King of Tyranny, Anos stops her. Afterward, Eleanor tells them about Jurga Canon, an elite class of reincarnated heroes. They then meet two students, Leonardo Canon Azishin and Laos Canon Gilfer, who claim to be Canon's reincarnation, which Anos doubts. After he easily defeats Laos, Eleanor tells him that Canon was murdered 2,000 years ago by a human. Inside the Hero Academy, Revest Ayn, a third-year student, confronts Anos about how he doesn't recognize him as the reincarnated Demon King. During the first day of the inter-academy classes, a demonstration of recreation is held. The Hero Academy's representative, Leonardo, easily performs the task, while the Revest struggles to do so. Anos then reveals that the Hero Academy rigged the demonstration. Later that night, Ivis tells Anos some new information he uncovered during his investigation. Afterward, Anos heads to the festival with Misha and Sasha, where they see Lei and Misa are on a date. The next day, their inter-academy exams begin at Lake Siame. When Anos offers to take the exam, Revest decides that he wanted to do it instead. During the exam, Revest's team struggles against the Hero Academy students. It is revealed that the Hero Academy has cheated by having holy water mixed in with the lake water to weaken the demons. Once he rescues Revest's team, Anos uses a spell to evaporate the lake. He then challenges the Hero Academy students. During the next round of the inter-academy exams, Anos' team notices that the Hero Academy students have put up a barrier that is enhancing their power. Misha decides to build a castle in the center of it. Anos then encounters another student who is supposedly Canon's reincarnation, Ninzeshia Canon Iaskia. Meanwhile, Sasha and Lei challenge and defeat Laos Hine Canon Lorg, respectively. Afterwards, Anos takes on Ledriano and Zeshia, where the city gives them their energy in order to empower them. However, Anos counters using the energy of his Unitarian classmates. Everyone then hears a mysterious voice tell the students to kill the demons. Despite Anos' warning, Zeshia unleashes a source explosion. Later, Eleanor asks Anos to head to the shrine. Misha heads to the shrine where she runs into a furious Diego Canon Jessica, director of the Hero Academy. When Anon arrives, he stops Diego from brainwashing the students. Afterwards, Eleanor reveals the truth about the creation of the Hero Academy, the students, and the origins of the voice he had previously heard, her existence, and how Canon was killed. Just as Anos is about to grant Eleanor's wish, they are confronted by a clone of Diego. Suddenly, 3 of the Elder Demon Emperors show up with the mysterious figure, who claims to be Avos. Avos taunts Anos before he leaves. A few days later, Avos declares war against humans. Meanwhile, Anos has a meeting with the remaining Elder Demon Emperors. There, his friends vow to help him as well. Later, while his friends take on Avos' forces, Anos decides to confront Avos by himself. When he does, it is revealed that Lei was masquerading as Avos, as he is the reincarnation of Canon. Lei reveals to Anos the truth as to why he rewrote the history following his death. Afterwards, Anos challenges Lei to a fight. During the fight, Anos takes out 6 of Lei's 7 sources. However, Anos allows Lei to defeat him in order to stop the humans' hatred of demons. Refusing to accept the outcome, Diego tells Zeshia clones to self-destruct. When Eleanor tries to reason with him, Jurga arrives in the form of sacred magic. He is then confronted by Lei and the fused Misha and Sasha. When Jurga attempts to once again have the Zeshia clone self-destruct, he is stopped by Anos. Jurga decides to forcefully drain the hope of the city in order to transform. While his friends rally behind him, Anos tells Jurga that the world is at peace now. When he refuses to believe this, he is cut down by Lei and Anos. Just before Jurga dies, Anos reincarnates him. After the battle, Anos reunites with Misha and Sasha. Lei reunites with Misa, and Eleanor becomes Anos' magic. Everyone then heads back home to the demon realm. And that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this, so I'll see you